Pankaj Dubey, an Indian automotive industry veteran, has written an article in the Daily Guardian wherein he has stated there are more than 800 companies in the electric two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment that have registered themselves with ICAT and ARAI. Yes, that's a very large number. If I were to ask you to rattle off the names of electric two-wheeler companies, you may not be able to go beyond 8 or 9. Well, today I'm going to talk about a product that comes from iVoomi Energy. It's an electric two-wheeler company that is based out of Pune. Soon their products will be available in plenty in New Delhi. We have with us the iVoomi S1. And when I say S1, don't confuse it with Ola's S1. This is a different electric two-wheeler. So let's take a closer look at this new iVoomi S1 electric scooter, and let me explain its features and also explain to you its pros and cons. This is the Motown India show, and my name is Roy P. Tharyan. Stay tuned. The first look at the S1 e-scooter did not get my heart racing at all. It looked like a decent looking scooter with no fancy design element to boot. The piano black finishing all around it did enhance its overall personality a lot. It has a length of 1720 mm, a width of 660 mm, and a wheelbase of 1300 mm. The seat height is at 760 mm. The curb weight is 78 kgs without the battery, and it has a ground clearance of 170 mm. It has a load carrying capacity of 2 people with a maximum weight of 180 kg. The S1 gets LED headlamps with DRL. It gets bright tail lamps with indicators that have a bulb. The instrument panel, I felt, could have been brighter. In very bright ambient conditions, I felt the panel did not highlight the readings the way I wanted it to. The display is, however, fully digital. But I did not in particular like their backrest, which stood out like an afterthought. With its limited features and especially no connected features, there may be few takers among the Gen Z and Gen Alpha for this model. But there are features that go a lot in favor of this e-scooter. Let's start with the key fob. You can ride keyless by pressing the section at the bottom. You can simply ride by keeping your key in the pocket. The button above this is for Find Your Scooter, which once pressed will set out a high-pitched sound and you can find out where your scooter is parked. The other 2 buttons are for lock and unlock, and this means this scooter has an anti-theft alarm built into it. The S1 e-scooter has a large floorboard where you can comfortably put your feet at rest, and even a large carry bag can be accommodated in that space with a hook to ensure that it remains in place. As for the storage, the front space can also accommodate a lot of things that can be placed in the 2 large cavities. Besides, there is a lot of space under the seat too. There is a USB charging slot on the left side with an orange cap which will prevent any water droplet to get inside. While your gadget or mobile is being charged, it can be placed inside one of the cavities. Before we talk about performance, let me explain some of the buttons on the right side of the handlebar. The green B button is in fact a parking button. This is a great feature. In a lot of electric two-wheelers, when you twist the key to start position, you can simply ride off by tugging at the throttle. But here, the moment you slot the key to start position, the P sign flashes on the instrument cluster. Even if you were to tug at the throttle, the vehicle will not move unless you press the green button. I would give full points to iVoomi for having such a safety button. The red button is for reverse mode. If you want to push back your scooter while seated on it, usually it's done by pushing back your feet on the ground on either side. But if you are to keep the red button pressed and gently tug the throttle, the e-scooter moves back at a maximum speed of 6 kilometers per hour. This is another great feature in this e-scooter, I would say. There is also a S switch on the right side. The S1 comes with 3 gear or ride modes 1, 2 and 3, which can be changed when you depress the S switch on the right side of the handlebar. Position 1 puts the machine in turbo mode, where you get plenty of torque to start off. It's ideal when you have to carry heavy people or goods. We tested this on inclines and I was particularly impressed with the ease at which the S1 took off. The second gear or the ride mode is the eco mode for reasonably decent ride with a good average or range, while the third gear is for a bit of sporty action where your acceleration improves. The seat is large and comfortable, and for the pillion you get a very decent sized stylish grab handles. I asked someone in my office to ride the S1 and I hopped on to the rear seat. The S1 is quite steady and I found the acceleration very reasonable. The suspension and braking were quite effective on the rough roads we tested it. The S1 is powered by lithium-ion battery pack with 60 volts and 2.0 kilowatt hour. Full charging takes around 3 to 4 hours. The S1 has a motor with 2000 watt peak power. The battery offers a range of around 100 to 115 kilometers per charge in idle conditions. The battery is removable, but I found the cavity in which the battery is kept very poorly designed. The battery is exposed to dust, water and grime in that space. Moreover, the manner in which it has been strapped on is very shabby. The S1 comes with telescopic front fork, while at the rear it is spring-loaded telescopic. The tire in front is 90/90 by 10, while the rear it is 90/100 by 10. It gets 180 mm disc brakes in front and drum at the rear. The ex-showroom price of the iVoomi in New Delhi is around Rs 85,000. Coming to the verdict, the iVoomi electric scooter is a very practical scooter for commuting. Though it may not have any kind of fancy connected features, I feel it's an absolute no-nonsense scooter. It's basically a workhorse and is meant to take a lot of load.